I'm so sorry, Susato. I should have told you about the toxin. Hey. You have a strong sense of responsibility, I know. That's why you decided to shoulder the burden alone. No, that's not it at all. I was just scared of my failure coming tonight, that's all. I had to retrieve the substance from the English woman before anyone found out. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? You had no doubt in your mind about my innocence. You'd stand by me to the last. I remember. Yeah, I didn't deserve your trust in me. I hid important details from you, Susato. I completely betrayed your faith in me. Hit me, Susato! I deserve it! No, in fact, throw me to the floor! No, that's too good for me as well! Drag me through the city streets! I'm no better, you know. Oh! Even though in my heart, I knew that you'd pulled the knife blade from Miss Brett's back. It was just a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you. Susato. I'm sorry. After I stood here and promised you that I'd stand by you and always be on your side, I betrayed your faith in me too. And as such, failed you as a lawyer. Oh, no. I think this situation's taught both of you a valuable lesson. Placing your unbridled faith in another is no easy task. Yes, Father. That fact has certainly struck home. Which is why I can see more clearly now. So, Nay? Yes? Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? Susato! You know you'll always be a gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now! Oh, Nay. I was so scared, you know, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. The English woman was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. I know it was you who stole the poison! Oh, now. Whatever do you mean? Then, a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet. Collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back. It all happened right before my eyes. And you were the only people in the hut at the time. That's right, just Miss Brett and myself. There was no one else. I just don't understand how she could possibly have been stabbed like that. A great mystery indeed. I still can't believe it happened. So I just couldn't bring myself to speak up. It will be alright. However it happened, whatever really went on by the sea that day, I promise you that I'm going to prove everything you said you saw was true. Spoken like a true Mikotoba. Now, I think we should discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you? We don't have much time. We must make sure we have our facts in order. Alright, recap. I expect the poison is going to come under close scrutiny in the upcoming proceedings. The police should hopefully have identified it on the blade by now. The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory synthesized blend of alkaloids. The police won't have any way of testing for it. I see. Yes, without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin. Chemical reagent? I sent a colleague of mine off with some earlier to deliver to the police headquarters. I think perhaps you should have some as well, though, just in case. Just in case? Alright. What's the matter, Susato? You're suddenly very quiet. It's this newspaper article. Exclusive. Deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. I'm wondering how the information got out, given that it was a government secret. What's all that Englishwoman's doing? What? It was when the professor and Soseki-san were being interviewed at the laboratory. That so-called English lady swanned in without any compunction said to Professor Mikotoba. Oh, Professor, surely your guest would love to hear about your work on that substance there. It put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. But Soseki's curiosity had been piqued, so I had little choice but to give them a cursory introduction. So then, Soseki-san knew about the poison. Yes, it's highly likely that the reporter who was writing up the story about us would have caught a glimpse of the toxin too. This Mini-Memo-san. By the way, did that reporter join you when you went to the beach? No, I don't remember the reporter being there. Indeed, he shouldn't have been. I very much doubt anyone would have wanted him there. No criminal having been given permission by the authorities to bathe by the seaside. Soseki-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office. Yet he obviously didn't go back. He secretly followed the party to the beach and took this very candid photograph. Then presumably he posted it anonymously to the police. Yes, that must be what happened. Counsel! I've just heard that the new witness is now ready to testify. The trial is about to resume. Please proceed into the courtroom at once. It's time to steel ourselves once again, then. Defense attorney, Naruhodo. Yes! May has put her faith in me now and told me everything. So I can't let her down. I have to prove that what she's telling the court is true. I have to prove what really happened that day. I hereby call this court in order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Ne Membami. Prosecutor Auchi, have you summoned the new witnesses?
Before I address that question, Your Excellency, I have some very important news to share.
Oh. What news? And why does he look so happy about it?
During the recess with the collaboration of Professor Mikotoba's laboratory at Yume University, the police re-examined the knife that was used to end Miss Giselle Brett's life.
Excellent. I admire your rapid handling of the matter. Let me guess, there was nothing, is it?
Oh, too kind, Your Excellency, too kind! I was merely carrying out your instructions, of course.
I had the reagent delivered to police headquarters by rickshaw so it would be there in good time. But judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable. And Council, what were the results?
This dagger, which was so cruelly used to end the life of the victim,
Has no trace of
poison anywhere along its blade.
Are you sure about that?
I would stake the reputation of the police on it.
Armed with the reagent, the test is extremely simple. They couldn't have made a mistake. What's going on here?
In short, the accused feeble excuse earlier.
The constricted pupils are still questionable though. No. No! This trial will continue!
Now, the prosecution is ready to call the next witness.
That we ordered for... the newspaper reporter who managed to capture a photograph of the crucial moment. Good. Very well. Officer, bring in the witness! No trace of poison on the knife. If that's really the case, something we need to explain. How could the toxin ever enter the victim's body?
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Writing many memo from the Shoyu News. I'm what people like to call Journo. What's Journo, father? Do you know? Simply a contraction of journalist. I'm there when the news breaks. We've been putting pen to paper to catch those scoops so they're in the print in the next morning. That's not a damning or abandon. They don't call me the hero of the Herald for nothing. The nice guy of the news. It was you who took this photograph, was it? Well, what have we here? I'm sorry. Whoa, brace yourselves, people! Many members of science is a scoop in the offing. Female student up to... female student up to foul play defended by curiously handsome young lawyer in the Supreme Court. The readers will lap this up. We'll set it above the fold at 72 point in a 5-length format for the morning edition. Right then, let's start with your name. It's Ryutaro Naruhodo. Next, what made you want to become a lawyer? Is this relevant, sir? I wanted to reform our country's legal system, I suppose. Yeah. Ryutaro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see. I just borrowed Kazuma-sama's dream for a while.
By the way, my name is Taketsuchi Aochi. That's Taketsuchi Aochi. The so-called dark horse of the Supreme Court, my objections strike fear into every defense lawyer's heart.
No, the readers won't buy that. Shame. Witness! Yes? What this court demands to know is whether or not you were responsible for the taking of this picture. Delivered anonymously to the Imperial Police Bureau only yesterday. Yeah, I wouldn't be a journo if I didn't click quick when presented with a scoop like that now, would I? Sometimes stories call after me, sometimes I have to chase them down. By the way, you've got to be fast. Fast legs to run with, and a fast hand to write with. It's no good if you don't note it down, I always say. That's what I call my many-memoism. Many-memoism. Oh yes, I remember your face. We met that day when you were interviewing myself in Soseki-san. Yes, right! That was me, many-memo again! But you were supposed to be going back to the show news offices after our meeting. But the scoop is I didn't! Because that English woman's words had piqued my journalistic interest. Miss Brett's words. A criminal left to do as she pleases just because she happens to be a British citizen. It's horse dung! This country's judiciary is rotten to the core! The Supreme Court's rulings aren't worth the paper they're written on. The police are just imperial pawns. Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex political issues at play. Well, anyway, I quickly jotted down those words she said in my memo pad. Are you ready? I'll read it out. It's all here. Right, here goes. I should like to go with everyone to see your country's coast. A serious criminal going on some junket. The people need to know about this. That's why I decided to sneak after them. To get the woman's story so I could hammer her in the press. Do you mean to say that you did indeed witness it firsthand? The grim scene portrayed in this photograph. Oh yes, I saw it with my very own journal eyes. From start to finish, through the viewfinder on my trusty camera. Thank you, many-memo-san. I will now give a formal testimony before the court. You will state exactly what it is that you witnessed of the events surrounding Miss Brett's death. The camera never lies. The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screen, so there were plenty of gaps I could see inside through. The English woman was sitting on a stool where the student girl came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. My smouldering journo spirit burst into flames. Quickly as a flash, I whipped out my camera, ready to click. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through for the perfect shot. Huh. Read screens, you say? Right, you can see them clearly enough in that great shot I snapped. The hot walls were just screens made of coarsely woven reeds. Yes, it allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief from the summer heat. It was a breeze for me to poke my camera through and see the whole thing hotting up. Ignoring the time being, the appalling invasion of privacy involved. Did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut? Oh yes, I saw it. I saw the whole thing from start to finish. Did you say that you just took the photograph through a gap in one of the screens? Luckily for me, they were pretty shoddily woven. I pulled the reeds apart and thrust the lens of my camera through the gap. Would I get away with it, or would I be seen? It was a gamble of a lifetime. Tenacity of purpose that's considered admirable in a journalist, I suppose. run a risk a day or scoop the next. That's many memos in a nutshell. Oh, dude. At last, it would appear we have a genuine witnesses. Oh. The evidence and testimony are extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict. No!
Wonderful news, Your Excellency. Wonderful.
Nevertheless, it cannot be denied that this testimony begs one very large question.
What question?
Exclusive news, startling photograph, all makes this of an exceptional story for the reporter. Why then was the story never published? Why? Oh, seems clear to me that there are circumstances at play here that are yet to be understood.
Ha! More pathetic excuses.
Very well then, counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Excellency! There's more to this reporter than meets the eye. He's keeping something about this case very close to his chest. Oh, maybe. Sure. There are plenty of gaps I could... Yeah, alright. Hence the photo. Okay. Sure. So you actually saw a man bomb his own hotel entering the hut? Sorry, wrong button. Oh my gosh, I'm so... I never learn. Yep, and she was raging like my journalist spirit. The argument you mentioned. What was that about exactly? You stole it! Oh, I didn't steal it! That kind of thing. Talking about the poison, I suppose. The student girl walked right up to the English woman and really started laying it into her. I mean, if she laid it into her anymore, there would have been eggs. The man should have been an author. His descriptive talents are wasted on journalism. But the student's rantings fell on deaf ears, like a Japanese person listening to English for the first time. He really ought to work on his similes first, though, to be honest. Anyway, the point is, that woman and the dog was mildly angry.
Temper finally got to the better of her, it seems. Dear me.
Which was the climatic moment that I caught on film. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman on the floor, and she stabbed her in the back. Where did she even get the knife from? Frick, we can't prove that, can we? Do you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place? Hold on, let me see if we updated anything. Oh shoot, I didn't see this. My bad! Oh yes, this must be the victim's blood. Oh dear. Blood is never a pretty sight, is it? I'm having to fight the urge to run it under a hot tap and get it clean. You've always been fastidious about cleanliness, haven't you? I think this is something else, Father. No poison on it. How convenient for our killer. Jesus. Oh my gosh, bulk recording is so tiring, I'm so sorry. The label appears to be written in a foreign language, though I don't know. Seriously, I'm already seeing a lot of parallels from the first case, this is hilarious. It's German, so your knowledge of English is going to be of little help here, I'm afraid. Couldn't you just written medicine on it in Japanese? Then we'd all be able to read it. German is the international language of medicine, my G! But yes, I can certainly see the merit in labeling the bottle in Japanese. Though I'm not sure medicine would be entirely appropriate. Why don't you go to Germany and ask? Okay, I think that's it. Okay. All updated. Ha! The precise moment I didn't see just that. I saw the whole hellish scene play out from start to finish.
I have here a simple plan of the beach hut. Perhaps you could use it to explain to the court exactly what you witnessed.
Right you are. It's all here in my mini memo pad. When I first peered into the hut, I'm sure that the English woman was on this store at the back of the hut here.
Yes, the accused testimony confirmed that.
She just sat at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly, is what I have noted down. It's my turn to testify now. Try not to interrupt. Then the next moment, as I was watching from the back, the evil student girl entered the hut. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing furiously. The English woman went for the student, but the girl dodged out of the way. Eh? And in a flash, plunged a knife into her adversary's back as the two passed each other. What you describe as a grim crime indeed. Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what many memoism says. By the way, many memo-son, whilst you were watching that terrible scene unfold before your eyes through the gap in the screen, did it not occur to you to try to prevent the tragedy rather than captured on film, my guy? Journalists have to be observers. We can't get involved. That's our raison d'etre. So you didn't converse with Miss Pratt at all? Obviously not. Huh. An observer always remains on the outside looking in. That's something to be proud of, is it? Bystanders. Your Excellency, if I may. Yes, Professor. I think the witness's last expertly phrased statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony, and while we're at it, let's see if we can update a certain piece of evidence. Oh wait, it's already ticked. Really ought to have spotted that. They were obviously convinced of Day's guilt from the outset. Oh. Nothing new. Nothing to update? Okay, cool. I just don't want you to pull the sneaky because sometimes game does that, so... Father, what are you? Oh, he knows. And so should you. I will grant the defense's request. Many Memo-san, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement. Well, nihilism is the foundation of many memoism, but I will gladly prove that my words are meaningless. I never once set foot in the hut, nor spoke with the Englishwoman. I was only there as an observer. Sure you were. Should we present the picture with the pen definitively there, or should we just present the pen? I mean, surely... Fine, it's only one penalty, so I'll just try the pen itself first.
Objection!
Oh, no, okay, we're good. Woo!
Many Mendelssohn, until now, I have a firm belief that newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth, as they should be. But I guess you're spot on there. The press doesn't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Shoyu News on my arm. In a way, that's more memoism. Sadly, though, seems the journalists who write for those papers don't always share the same passion for the truth.
What are you suggesting with those recriminatory words, Counsel?
Manny Mendelssohn, do you recognize this fountain pen? Ah! Oh! This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murdered victim was gripping in her hand as she died. What are you... If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that its owner's initials are engraved there. R.M.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. The initials of the accused name and mummy.
Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also R.M.?
No!
Lighten Memi R.M. That's horse dung! Can't you see? One of the central tenets of many memoism is being a pencil user. Well then what's with the thing on your hand? And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see, on your right hand, there is a very obvious blue ink stain that you didn't care to wash off for some reason. But convenient for our case. It would appear that you must have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favourite fountain pen, that is. Horsey horse dung! Many Mendelssohn, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Giselle Brett in that beach hut?
Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Exactly! Shoyu News will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. I do. There must be as many people with the initials RM as there are stars in the night sky. The defense has neither the time nor the inclination to count every star in the sky. And there's no need anyway, because this pen has more to tell. Yes, there is another clue. A clue that undeniably proves who its owner really is. Yeah, I've got news for you too, buddy. In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court where this alleged clue lies. Oh, of course, Your Excellency. The clue on this fountain pen that clearly reveals its owner's identity is... Righty. As well as the initials, there is also an emblem on this fountain pen. An emblem that you will of course recognize, many Mendelssohn. Goodness me! It's the emblem of the Shoyu News! In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Shoyu News whose initials are RM. Suddenly the stars in the night sky don't seem so numerous, do they? Well, many Mendelssohn, how do you respond? Order! Explain yourself, witness. So, this is how the mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets. I've used nothing but honest tactics. Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before that grim tragedy unfolded, I, a Shonen News reporter on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the English woman. An interview.
You never mentioned this before.
When exactly was this? As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. Couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing. And as many memoirs say, the people don't pay their dues for unworthy news. However insignificant you deem it to be, this court cannot overlook the meaning between yourself and the victim. You will testify now under oath about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired. Got it. Yes, alright, but on one condition.
Condition?
In all good conscience, I couldn't speak out alone about this. You need to call back the earlier witness, Soseki Natsume-san.
Soseki-san?
Oh yes, according to my notes, that man, has a secret of his own. Brace yourselves, because it's not a harmless one, it's big. What? Many memorism states that one man's secret is every man's front page story. Very well, I will grant the witness's request in this instance. Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand.
Soseki-san, hiding something. The witness's secrets?
I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question. Should we press on that? But he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why many memoism demands I reveal it now. Okay, that's definitely something we want to press. You mean to say the victim is still alive?
The victim regained consciousness.
Well,
And when she did, you decided to ask her a question.
That's true, yes. He did, and that's not all. The woman gave him a very definite answer. An answer that incriminates the accused.
This is preposterous. Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't you mention this before, you yokel hack?
It wasn't even a conversation! Yes, I did pose the withering English rose a question. I don't deny it. But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious even. Counsel for the defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. This court must and will know the truth. Absolutely, Your Excellency. The reporter is claiming that Miss Brett implicated Nay somehow. What on earth could have happened in the hut? We need answers. Alright. Question, what was it? A very significant question. What question? What exactly did he say? Well now, you should hear that from the horse's mouth, I think. Don't you, Mr. Writer Man? Ah!
did you, yokel hack? What did you say to her? What did you say to the dying English woman?
Well, in truth, I've been catching crabs at the water's edge and building castles in the sand, you see. Well, the seaside is a place to be at leisure, I suppose, even for a grown man. But then all of a sudden, from the little beach hut, a young girl's panic-stricken cries for help and peace in the air. Oh my gosh. They ran up to the beach to see what was happening, to find the defendant leaning over the collapsed victim. As soon as Inspector Hosonaga saw Miss Brett on the ground, he sprinted off to get help. And then, just a moment later, I heard a faint moan. A moan from the dead English woman. I nearly chopped out of my skin! But what did you ask her, Soseki-san? I asked her, who did this to you? Don't protract this any longer. How did the woman respond? She didn't. She said nothing in response. When in the stand, you will answer the questions asked of you unambiguously. Now, without evasion or reticence, I demand that you amend your testimony. I will! I asked her, who did this to you? But she never replied. So then what pointed to anyone? So you tried to find out who the culprit was. He who asks a question is a fool for a minute. He who does not remains a fool forever. And having been labelled a criminal twice during my... I was quick to make up my mind. Twice? Oh damn. Better to be a fool for a minute than remain a fool in prison forever.
However, you've indicated that the victim failed to respond. Is that correct?
I know why. I know why the English woman said nothing. He was ignoring me because of my stupid mustache, because I'm Japanese! Oh dear, Soseki-san has really developed a dislike for the English as it... Ooh. Although unpleasant. Having read the report on his time in Great Britain, I can't say I'm surprised at his xenophobia. Although, Englishwoman didn't ignore you at all! Did she, Mr. Writer Man? Well, yes, alright. She did respond in a matter of speaking, I suppose. She just lifted a trembling finger and pointed in the direction of the defendant. In the direction, maybe not at her. Just stretching it. Miss Brett pointed a finger at the defendant. Soseki-san, is that really true? It's not easy to stand here and say this, but when we first entered the beach hut, the Englishwoman was sprawled on the floor before us, with the student girl standing on the far side of her. When I asked, who did this to you? The Englishwoman summoned her last ounce of strength to point a trembling finger at the back of the hut. Yeah, the back of the hut, bro. Which was, it can't be denied, in the direction of the student girl who stands accused today. Soseki-san, why on earth did you neglect to mention this in your original testimony? Fiddlesticks, I say! This is not a British court of law. You will respond in Japanese. Yes, of course! The Englishwoman did point her finger towards the back of the hut, but I was trembling, and she was trembling, and everything was a blur. and thinking about it, I feel as though perhaps she was pointing in a slightly different direction. Actually, no, not slightly, in a very different direction to where the student girl was standing. To somewhere in the back of the hut where nobody was standing at all. Ghost. You mean that in your memory of events and the direction in which the victim was pointing are both unclear? Yes, that's it! Unclear! I'm very, very unclear!
Your Excellency! Surely this proves the matter beyond all reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may barely have been conscious, and yes, perhaps her finger wavered slightly. But there can be no doubt that this was an attempt by the victim to confirm the identity of her assailant. Why? Because as the court can see, there was no one other than the accused in the direction the victim was pointing. It is now abundantly clear that no one besides the accused could have possibly committed this crime.
I'm inclined to agree. And in the absence of any credible argument to the contrary, I believe we can now conclude this trial. No! The headline's writing itself. Dashing lawyer's hopes dash. 92 point across the whole page. We'll do an extra edition. This is a serious blow, Susato. Unless we're able to identify the true culprit and substantiate our claim with evidence, the judge will give his ruling and the trial will be over. But that's impossible, Father. We don't even know how the crime was committed yet. Impossible though the task may seem, we have no choice. We must think back over everything we've learned thus far. Somewhere in all those details, I'm confident we'll find the clue we need. Shall we go over the evidence then? Alright, so we know the victim. Alright. Single deep stab wound from behind. Piecing along and resulting in a fatal extremiosis. Okay, I'm not seeing anything new. Well, there's this split in the reeds. Maybe, I'm pretty sure it would be easy to push a blade through that. Pretty obvious. So it's not exactly a lock room mystery. Maybe this is where the poison was. She drank it. Wait, when did she drink it though? Actually, no, we can't confirm that yet, but it is a possibility. This is about the poison, and this is about the interview, and this picture identified Manny Memo. Dude was conducting an interview, I think he said. Excuse me. Oh my. What was that?